Alright, now I'd like to apologize. If my eyes seem a little red, it's only because I'm tired. Don't worry. Now, there are many diverse users of marijuana. Many. Not all of them get arrested. A lot of them do. Not all of them are dealers. Some of them are. In fact, not all of them come from the stereotypical lower income areas. In fact, a lot of people from low income areas don't use. Many people with office jobs use. I've got some friends who will remain anonymous that have, confided and shared experiences with me. They come from different backgrounds. Some are from maybe lower income areas. Some are from, they've got a job, they work, they pay rent. Good, upstanding people. Some celebrities have been caught using. I think one of the more famous, maybe not so recent, but one of the more famous examples would be Willie Nelson. I think. I hope he doesn't sue me if I'm wrong, but I think he's been, caught either using or saying that it's not a bad thing. And personally, it's not a bad thing if you do, but I don't. Now, several presidents have admitted, I believe Bill Clinton did, and maybe Barack Obama did. I don't know, but I think so. A lot of people use marijuana to get high. From what I understand, it's a very pleasant experience. Some people feel more creative when they're using. And I say using, that doesn't sound quite right, but I suppose that is what it is. Some people just like the feeling they get, and that's why they do it. And not all of them are, unproductive, slouching. Some of them just do it on the weekend. Other people use it for medicinal uses and purposes. I know that the symptoms of glaucoma can be eased by smoking marijuana. Some cancer patients and people with AIDS who have a little bit of an appetite problem, which, from what I've read, is a symptom. Marijuana increases the appetite. It makes a lot of things more enjoyable. Music, movies, stupid television. Some people use it for emotional purposes, like if they have depression, or if they're incredibly anxious people, they can use it to feel more laid back. Now, no matter what the reason, a lot of people end up paying a price. In most places, any amount caught on you, you're off to jail. You're getting booked, arrested, possibly fined. It goes on your record, and if you decide you're going to run for any public office at some point, your opponents may look up your past record, if they feel so inclined, and find this and use it as a smear campaign, which may or may not damage your chances. Now, this uses up a lot of public resources that could be spent elsewhere. Police officers' time. They can spend a lot more time responding to civil disturbances or keeping the peace in general if they don't have to be called in for just every single person who smells like they've been doing something a little skunky. It takes tax money. It takes a lot of money to house somebody in prison. It takes a lot of money to put people through the system. And if they don't have to be put through the system, then why do it? Now, the smallest amount of marijuana, as I said, can get you a fine or time in jail. There's about 500,000 arrests for possession with intent to distribute, which would be salesmen, or large salesmen, drug sellers, drug dealers, or just just having enough on you to quantify or qualify for intent to distribute. There's 1,500,000 in jail a year for just using it, and that's rising. Just for having a small amount on you, or being caught smoking, or just general suspicion and failing tests, you name it. All these arrests are flooding our prisons, and that leads to an oversaturated prison population of people who may or may not be, they just might not belong there. Could be nonviolent, could be some routine traffic stop. Cop smells something, and he's like, "I'd like to search your car." Somebody says yes, and boom, searched. They find maybe a little bit, not too much. Cop says, "Oh, well, I don't care who you are, you're going in," and that's how it is. That's how it is a lot of places. Now, it'd be more expensive to hold them than it would be to simply legalize it or decriminalize it in small amounts and just let them, they don't have much, they're not hurting anyone, let them go on their way. There's nothing wrong with that. Overall costs of enforcement would drop if it was legal. There'd be fewer arrests. It would waste less of police officers' time. And less strain on the system. Now, as I said before, millions of people use and don't hurt anyone. If they hurt someone, if they're hurting anyone at all, they're only hurting themselves. But other than themselves, they're not hurting anyone. But they use, and they're arrested, and they are sent to prison where it overpopulates, and it takes up too much of our tax money. You should definitely write to Congress, or your local representative, or your mayor, or whoever you know, or can get a hold of, and let them know that we need to stop hurting innocent people, and at least decriminalize. Thank you.